Thanks so much for watching AM Northwest this morning. Our first guest says your body is smart, and there are simple ways to figure out what it's trying to tell you. Here to explain, we welcome back certified pranic healing instructor and practitioner, Lisa Burney. Good to see you again.
Good morning, Helen.
So tell me what we're talking about here exactly.
So we're talking about this practice called applied kinesiology. It's also known as muscle testing. And what it is a simple tool that anyone can use to access the innate wisdom of our body.
So how do you use this? In what way do you use this?
Yeah, so what we do is we access it through the muscular system, because the principle behind this is that the body is in constant communication with all of its different parts. So the organs are communicating with the cells, which is communicating with the nervous system, and that's communicating with the muscular system. Okay. So we set up basically a circuit that allows us access into this electrical system through the muscular system.
But what do you use it for? It's like, are you trying to figure out what your body may not like, or how do you use it?
Yeah, so a lot of times we are used to using a very left brain decision-making process, right? We will read the labels of different foods, we'll maybe do some research about different things that we're exploring. This process allows us more of an intuitive access into the actual information from our body, like what makes our body system stronger, what makes the body system weaker. Okay. And so we can do it by setting up this muscular circuit, which we use the pinky finger and the thumb is to access into that system. Okay. And what we do is we test this circuit depending on what we're going to be exploring by asking it yes or no questions. And when we test the circuit, we can use one finger and press up through the circuit of the fingers. And if the circuit holds strong, which is representing the energy of the system staying strong, then the fingertips will stay together.
So how do you use it? In what way? Like, are you trying to figure out if you're allergic to something?
Oh, or you can use it for food sensitivities. You can
So give me an example of using it for a food sensitivity.
So for example, let's take a banana, which is a pretty healthy piece of food.
Right.
Okay, so when we're setting up the test, we'd hold on to the banana with one hand, and then we would test the overall circuit by pressing up through the fingers, and if the fingers stay strong, that means that this food in this system is strengthening the process. Okay, but for example, if we take something like
chocolate?
These are chocolate-coated hazelnuts. Okay. And so I don't know. So I'm going to explore whether this is going to make my system stronger or weaker. And as I'm testing it, I'm getting a weaker response.
Really?
Okay? Yeah.
So that means you could be allergic to the chocolate or to the nuts?
Or that the sugar is not a super healthy thing to be taking. I mean, this is a combination of ingredients, and you can do this one ingredient at a time, of course. So if you have wheat or dairy or some other issue that you're exploring, you can use that ingredient in isolation.
When have you used it? Like when you go to the grocery store and there's a product you haven't tried before?
I use it in a number of places. So if I'm looking for a supplement in the grocery store.
Oh, so you can use it with supplements too, okay.
Sure. So I'm looking for a multivitamin, say for example, and there's like 10 multivitamins on the shelf. And
How do you
after
tell?
I have eliminated based on quality and price, I'm maybe down to 4 or 5. And so I would test each one. It's like, okay, this first one, the second one,
really?
The third one, the fourth one. Fourth one's holding strong, okay? And so I would, with all other things being equal, pick the fourth one.
I have a hard time believing that actually works.
Well,
I mean, I gotta be honest with you, that seems so bizarre.
It does, it does. But what I recommend to people when they're starting is to practice with statements or things that they know to be true, so that you can get used to this process. Like, my name is Lisa, yeah? So that holds strong. If I said, my name is Susan, that wouldn't come too strong.
I gotta try this.
Yeah, so let's try it. So
all right,
go
so
ahead.
You hold it like this.
Pinky finger, thumb finger.
Okay.
All right.
Does it matter which hand?
Use your left hand.
Left hand.
And hold it horizontally.
Okay.
Okay, so then you're going to just test the overall strength of the circuit, saying, my name is Helen.
My name's Helen.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so then you're going to, with the same amount of pressure and the same amount of strength, test your name is something else.
My name is Gus.
Okay, so that's how you calibrate, and then after you've done that for a while, you can start testing different foods. So let's test you.
That's weird.
Yeah, let's test you on the dark chocolate. So hold it, and then one finger.
Okay.
Okay.
No, it stays.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Okay.
All right, let's test you on the goji berries.
Because that's supposed to be super healthy, right?
They are supposed to be super healthy. But again, this is a way to check and see if it's really super healthy for you right now.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, and then we have this other, which is a raw vegan chocolate.
Ugh.
It's actually delicious.
Is it really?
It really is.
You're
You
lying
can
to me,
have some.
Lisa. You're
You
lying
can
to me.
test
Okay,
it.
vegan chocolate. Yeah, darn
Yeah,
it.
so, you know.
That's really interesting. And, like, I noticed that you talked to about, like, can you pick out dog food for your dog in this manner?
Yes, yes. So that's the other application
That's
I've used.
strange.
You know, you walk up and down the pet food aisle and there's like 20, 30 different
Right.
types of pet food. So
Right.
how do you know?
Well, you can't use your paws.
You can, but you can do this for your dog too. You can surrogate test for your pets.
How does that work?
Same way.
Same way.
So you just, with the intention of connecting in with your dog's energy, you're like, okay, does this dog food make my dog's energy stronger or weaker? And then you test it. And I do this going down the aisle. Another application I use in a restaurant, if I'm sitting in a restaurant and I can't decide between any of the items on the menu, I'll just under the table, you know, first item, second appetizer, third appetizer. Oh, that one feels good for me.
Could it be that you're mentally saying, yeah, I want that chocolate sundae?
Sure. So the important thing is to keep a neutral mind as you're
Okay.
doing this, because of course we can influence this.
Right.
You know, it's like, should I have an ice cream sundae for dinner tonight?
Right.
Oh, yeah. You
Yeah.
know? No.
So, but it's, as long as you clear your mind,
Keep a neutral mind.
okay.
Yeah.
What is the most unusual thing you've tested and you found out, or someone else has tested that was unusual that they had no?
Oh, my goodness.
Like, is that how you find out about your allergy to chocolate or your allergy to something that something's not making you feel good? Maybe it's your allergy to gluten.
Yes, yes. So that's when you would take each ingredient in isolation and check them out. You
Okay.
know, I've done food testing for people, and sometimes on a weekly basis, because it can change as the body's healing. You know, this week they could have white bread. You know, last week they couldn't. You know, next week they could have dairy, but this week they couldn't. You know, so it's a progression, which is why being able to get that information in real time from your body is so valuable.
Wow, Lisa, it's fascinating. Thank you so much. We'll put the information on our website at KATU.com.